Do you remember the world maps in zoos that showed us where animals lived? Well, I was always fascinated by them, so here's an entire video with maps showing us where animals live. So why not start with this video? Here's the first map showing us where the sheep live. And I think it's obvious, the bigger the country is, the more sheep they have. China, Australia, New Zealand and North Africa are leading this map, but I don't know about North America. Here's a map showing us where elephants live, both African and Asian species. Did you know that 100 years ago there were more than 12 million elephants in the wild? Today it's estimated that there are less than 400,000 elephants remaining. So let's try this again. Here's a map showing us where African elephants live. Yeah. What you can see is the list of grey wolf populations by country. The areas in green show us where grey wolves live right now, and the areas in red is where they used to live. So this again proves that the human habitat destruction is real. However, in some countries it's the other way around. Take a look at Italy, for example. There have never been so many grey wolves in the country than right now. Let's move on. Here's a map showing us where giant pandas live in dark orange versus where giant pandas used to live in bright orange. I don't know the exact number, but the peak of pandas was around 50,000 years ago. However, the number of wild giant pandas in China has increased from around 1,000 in the 80s to nearly 2,000 right now. Tell me in the comments, have you ever seen a panda? While we're already talking about bear species, let's take a look at the brown bear. It mostly lives in the forests and mountains of northern North America, Europe and Asia. It is also the most widely distributed bear in the world. However, the country with the most brown bears is Russia with 130,000 of them. Wow, that's a lot. I will not tell you the animal right now, but tell me in the comments, can you guess the animal just by looking at this map? Well, if you did, great job, it's zebra. So, here's an even more detailed map of the 3 species of zebras living in Africa. Time for the cutest little animal in the world, the hedgehog. You know, I've had many of these little guys run around my garden, but overall there are estimated to be less than 1 million remaining in the wild. To be honest, I really didn't know even India had hedgehogs. But they do, and they are called the Indian hedgehogs. Wow, what a surprise, right? The distribution of orangutans. This map was made a few years ago, but believe it or not, it's already really outdated. Overall, in 2024, there are only around 60,000 orangutans left in the world. As you can see, they are only found in these 2 islands, Sumatra and Borneo. If you're from one of these islands, let me know it in the comments and tell me, have you seen an orangutan yourself? This map of Australia shows us where koalas live. Koala, is that how you say it? Koala. Well, whatever. The Australian fire season was one of the most deadly seasons ever. Nearly 3 billion animals lost their lives, including koalas. So yeah, they are also declining in population. Right now, as of 2024, there are a bit less than 100,000 koalas left in the world. Here's a fun map showing where rabbits live in the world, or you could also call them bunnies. Some sources say there are around 700 million of them, but ChatGPT told me 1.5 billion. I guess we'll never know the exact number, huh? But there sure is a lot of them. Distribution of cows worldwide. Similarly to rabbits, there's an estimated 1 billion cows on our planet. Did you know that in Uruguay there are over 12 million cows? That means it can be said that Uruguay is the country with the highest number of cows per humans. That means 3.8 cows per 1 human. Che, vamos arriba los gurises de Uruguay, vamos. This next map shows us where the red fox lives. Isn't it interesting how the distribution of the red fox in Egypt is only next to the Nile River? The exact number of red foxes in the world is not known, but they are very widespread and the population is considered to be stable. That means not declining, but you never know. And again, I will give you 5 seconds to guess this animal, and if you did, let me know it in the comments. If you guessed it, perfect! This map shows us the distribution of the giraffe. But now let's look at the more realistic map. As of February 2024, there are only 117,000 giraffes left in the world. So every giraffe is important and matters. Also, did you know that the West African giraffe is rarer than the mountain gorilla? While we already mentioned gorillas, here's their habitat map, and as you can see, their situation isn't any better. Well, the overall picture isn't that bad, as there are over 300,000 gorillas in the world, both western and eastern species. But the problem is that there are only around 1,000 mountain gorillas left in the wild. That means endangered. Similarly to the brown bear, the beaver lives in North America, Europe and Asia. Before the fur trade between the 16th and 19th century, there were an estimated 200 million North American beavers. Today, North America only has 15 million. Europe and Asia have much less, around a few million. What the hell? To make you even more sad, here's the distribution map of the lion, both present day and historic. 100 years ago, the lion population was approximately 200,000. Now, as of 2024, it's estimated to be less than 23,000. What the heck? At this current rate of habitat loss and poaching, African lions could be completely extinct as of 2050. You know what, these historic range versus current range distribution maps are pretty interesting, aren't they? This one is about the tiger. So, isn't it surprising how historically tigers used to live in Kazakhstan, the Korean peninsula and Russia also? That was all 100 years ago when the world had around 200,000 tigers. Today it has decreased by 95%, are you kidding me? Leaving us with approximately only 4,500 tigers. This is just sad. If you're still here, comment "I love animals" and I will try to give your comment a heart, I promise. Okay, but thank you for watching and until next time, bye bye.